How are you going to outperform your competition or just be the better version of yourself? Hey, it's Michael with Aimed Intentions, and today I want to talk about rare traits that are seen in high performers and how to get the most out of every day with a blueprint on your productivity down to the very first second. I think we can also maybe talk about how to overcome procrastination. And also, maybe we can look at some of the highlights from a book that I like called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. We'll see how much we can get into today, but let's get it started. So, I found this great resource on X from one of the people that I tend to follow called Always Keep Learning. Hope you all having a good day today. I just got done with work. All right, let's pull this up. 10 rare traits this person sees in every high performer, how to become a high performer. And this is key to your journey in self improvement. So, whenever you're a high performer, you can take this skill set to be a better version of yourself. So, first, you need to have a positive growth mindset. I've talked about this countless times, but there's a way in which you approach the world when you have a growth mindset and you embrace opportunities, overcome setbacks, master the tasks, and learn from criticism and embrace the journey. And you look at episodes of failure as opportunities to learn and better yourself. Two, relentless resilience. More failure equals more success. In order to succeed in life, you need to keep pushing past the failures, embrace them, and learn from them. Again, failure is your opportunity to A/B test and continue to improve. I write down my goals, but I link them to my value and mission statement and make sure that it's aligned with what's helping me continue to improve. This study found at Harvard that if you write down your goals, not just think about them, you can end up earning 10 times more than the people who don't. So, I mean, there's measurable outcomes that can be associated with writing down your goals. You are outcome focused. So that's why I like to think about goals in the setting of how does it build into your metrics that you're setting for yourself? How do your daily goals build into the legacy you want to leave behind? I think a lot of time needs to be spent, and this took me up to a year of in-depth thinking to really think about what is the legacy I want to leave behind. How does that feed into my personal mission statement, my career mission statement? What are my value statements, my vision, and my 5-year plan, 10-year plan? How is everything that I'm working on getting me to where I want to be? Managing time better. So I think you need to optimize every second. And I have on my next pictograph, we'll talk about how you can get the most out of every day. You're a lifelong learner, willingness to go out of your comfort zone, willingness to view life with an open mind, aggressive collections of info and ideas from others, and focus on the mastery and actually apply the new knowledge. So, I this is the idea of continuous process improvement applied to your own life. You're broadening your own ability to learn and acquire new knowledge. Number 7 here is more of a finance, personal finance based uh, trait at face value, acquiring assets, not liabilities. Rather than squandering money or fleeting pleasures, prioritize acquiring assets that appreciate over time and apply new knowledge that is acquired. Yeah, I think you can think of that in a multitude of different ways. You're managing your stress to avoid burnout, so you're prioritizing self care, rest, sleep. I mean, folks, if you haven't seen my self improvement potentiator that I've talked about, um, perhaps I should get that available for you. Let me just pull it up, the video in which I talk about it. But guys, I feel that if you can learn how to feed all this information in under one general agenda, it'll help so much. All right, let's see if I can find. I'm going to link it in the chat here, and hopefully you can see it on the live feed. I'll get back to it. Where did I put it? I believe this is it. You know, I'll have to find it, and I'll link it for y'all later. Oh, here it is. Silly. I'm linking it for you in the chat. Check out that video sometime. I think it'll be monumental for you all to look at that PDF and how I break down how to prioritize your day. It really is a good video. All right, you want to be respectful, and from a leadership perspective, do what you say what you do, set out the vision and purpose, delegate high priority tasks, be the team's best communicator, and lead with confidence and positivity. I love this because these are the key attributes I think it takes to be a high performer. And, you know, when you're a high performer, you can improve yourself, have all the skills you need to continue to improve, and it helps you build a legacy you want. Not much else posted on that that Axe post. So let's get into how to turn every second of every day into a more effective version of itself. So there's a great pictograph here, but let's see what Justin McCann, close to my last name, Michael McCann, sounds, but I don't know this gentleman. Most people don't run their day runs them. Full days, empty results. Sound familiar? Most people wake up and wing it, but by the end of the day, they're exhausted and no closer to their goals. Here's what a productive day actually looks like. Start with energy and intention. Align your tasks with your peak energy. Set clear priorities for the day. Cut the noise. Eliminate distractions. Guard your focus like it's gold. Work smarter, not longer. Use focus techniques. Refine as you go. All right, let's take a better look at this pictograph here. So if you watch this other video that I posted, and you get to the PDF that's available that I review, you will see very clearly that this is the middle portion. You want to assess where your time is spent. Where do you spend the hours to minutes of every day? And then how do you take that to create a daily journal and task list of the things you need to do? You are essentially applying a Lean Six Sigma approach to getting rid of the waste in your day, but also set boundaries and protect your personal time for your physical health to prevent burnout, but also maximize on your pursuit of self-improvement. So on the foundation here, I guess they're working their way down. Energy and priorities. Align work with energy peaks, set priorities, focus on what matters, eliminate distractions, maximize focus, block what pulls you off course, guard deep work blocks for important tasks, use powerful productivity methods, work in your peak hours, batch your tasks, group similar tasks to increase efficiency, and block your time. Execute with focus techniques. I have a video on the Pomodoro technique. But essentially, you work in sprints with breaks that help you become more relaxed. You're going to work on high impact tasks, start the day with the hardest or most impactful task, and delegate or assign tasks to other people to free up the time you need to be more effective on what you need to do. Track progress. You want to adjust regularly And again, this is a continuous refinement of a process. So you're going to enact process improvement strategies to make this as seamless as possible. Yeah, I like that one. Let's go back to the X profile. I posted all these here for y'all. And this is how do you overcome procrastination? Yeah, this is very involved pictograph here. Reasons for procrastination: fear of failure, perfectionism, fear of criticism, indecision, lack of clarity, lack of motivation, task aversion, distractions, and lack of focus. All true. Ways you might be procrastinating: waiting for the perfect time. So this is assuming that you're not just doom scrolling. So that's good. Assuming the project will be easy, assuming the project won't take much time, indulging in constant distractions, waiting for motivation, never starting, never ending. Okay, so ways you can overcome procrastination. So there's 7 ways here. Probably should have been the title of the video. Would have been more clickbaity. 7 ways to overcome procrastination. Well, there you go. Hopefully you just tuned in because you like what I have to say. So 7 ways to overcome procrastination. Make sure you're ready to start. If everything is prepared before you start, you spend less time gathering what you need. By doing this, you're avoiding temptations of indulging in procrastination habits. Consider the consequence. This is what I love. I work out or accomplish a task because I can't stand the feeling I will have if I don't accomplish that task. It eats at me and I become irritable. So, yeah, increased stress and anxiety, setbacks, time wasting, losing. Okay. Knowing what you have to lose gives you urgency and importance to the task that you need to accomplish. If the consequences outweigh the benefit of procrastination, you are less likely to choose postponing a task. Whenever discouraged, the cons of not completing the task will also give you motivation to excel and finish the project. So true. So true. Break down the task. So essentially make a big chunk of something into smaller tasks and then you chop off your to-do list as you accomplish the activities. Self-motivate. This only goes so far, but I think, again, this feeds into the consider the consequences in that what's at risk for not accomplishing your tasks, whether it's working out, reading, whatever self-improvement strategy you're working on, or if it's related to your personal finance in building up your wealth. I do like the idea of implementing a reward system. You become a Pavlov's dog, in that you uh, continue to feed into things that give you a positive reward. I like this point here of relying on others. It says relaying. It's relying on others for motivation isn't always the best strategy. The best resource for motivation, more times than not, will be yourself. I mean, you are accountable for yourself. Having clarity, ways to gain clarity is brainstorming, gathering ideas, creating objectives and goals. Yeah, when you don't know what the first step is or the next step, it's difficult to accomplish a task. So that's great to have a blueprint for yourself in the immediate future. Eliminate distractions. Distractions. I think that goes without yourself, but you want to make it hard for you to engage in distracting activities. Make sure the environment and the workflow is set up so that it's hard to text, go on social media, play video games. You're setting priorities. Organize your tasks from most to least important. Set the most important tasks at the start of your day. Again, that's been something that's been talked about before. What can be accomplished in your current time frame and what can be accomplished with the resources you have available. Accomplish important tasks builds momentum. Your motivation will snowball and other tasks will be completed for more effectively and with more enthusiasm. I like that last part. I love how 2 people commented on this. Thanks. I'll read this later. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, I'm gonna finish it off with this book I like. I found Reads with Ravi here, who has a pictograph of the book by Stephen Covey. Great self-help book. Yeah, I mean, this is really great for self-improvement. So here we go. If you want to change the situation, we first have to change ourselves. And to change ourselves effectively, we have to change our perceptions. It is the way you see, interpret, and understand the world. You see the world not as it is, but as you are. And there are natural laws that cannot be broken. While practices are simultaneously specific, principles are fundamental truths that have universal application. Habits are like a cable. We weave a strand of it every day, and soon it cannot be broken. The balance of P over PC, production or production capability. Effectiveness lies in this balance. Yeah, this is a great book. And it shows you the 7 habits of highly effective people. I think you all should read it, but in brief, just because of, oh, we've been going for 16 minutes here. Great. You want to be proactive. It doesn't mean to be pushy or aggressive. It does mean to recognize our responsibility to make things happen and that you're the creator and that you live in this circle of influence of people who are proactive and who people will react to you. 2, begin with the end in mind. This is so nice. I forgot that's where I got this idea from. Having a personal mentorships or having a personal mission statement with a vision and values, and that is what feeds what goals you feed into it, right? Personal leadership. A leader is the one who climbs to the tallest tree, surveys the entire situation, and yells, "Wrong jungle." Put first things first. It is the fulfillment, the actualization, and the natural emergence of habit. 1 and 2. It's a personal management. Think win-win. It's not your way or my way. It's a better way and a higher way. Win-win is the only real alternative in independent realities. You have to be courageous and confident. And this feeds into the ability of the abundance mindset. Seek first to understand. So true. If you understand other people's point of view, you can react to it and impart your reality and their reality and understand how to move forward. Synergize. Simply defined, it means that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So true. The essence of synergy is to value differences, to respect them, to build on strengths and compensate for weaknesses. Sharpening the saw. This feeds into the different aspects of your pursuit of wealth, physical, mental, spiritual, and social emotional. It's a great book. I think everyone should read it. In that, if you're trying to be a person who's on the pursuit of self improvement, because you can understand different perspectives on how different people can be highly effective. I hope you found today's video helpful. I particularly like this first part, the rare traits I see in every high performer. I think it feeds into the 7 habits of a highly effective people. Hopefully you found it beneficial. If you haven't had a chance to check out this other video, I will pin the message to the top there. But if you haven't checked out that video, really look at the PDF I talk about. I created it, and I think it can be beneficial if you're trying to actualize a more productive day, set goals that feed into the legacy you want to build. This is Michael with Aimed Intentions. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.